In this video, we're gonna get into why the song Richmond, North of Richmond has blown up, has got over 28 million viral views on YouTube, and why this song went so sensational. I implore you to go listen to it. First of all, he struck a freaking nerve, and he used this song and telling stories in his real life to strike an emotional nerve with where we're at in the country today. So Oliver Anthony is a 31-year-old self-described guy with a drinking problem who's been a factory worker for a long time. He's working the long shift, he's working graveyard, he's working six days a week, making $14.50 an hour, and he's seeing all these politicians trying to control his life, and he's just getting sick and tired of it. And then he's personally reflecting on, like, man, I've got a drinking problem, so now I'm starting to look at myself internally, and I want to express that, right? So this song is emotional, right? That's why it went viral, because so many people are like, that's what's going on today. That's what's happening to me. That's how I feel. And this guy just put it in words. And it's got a good beat. And the other thing to tell you is that his real name is Christopher Lunsford, and he's from Farmville, Virginia. I wrote the music I wrote because I was suffering with mental health and depression. These songs have connected to millions of people on such a deep level because they're being sung by someone feeling the words in the very moment they're being sung. No editing, no agent, no bullshit. And so I believe, like, as I said that I got goosebumps, I'm literally listening to this guy's song on my lawnmower yesterday, and I'm belting out of tune. I'm like, yeah, the Richmond, North of Richmond. Cool thing about him is he lives in Farmville, North Carolina. He's got like a small plot of land. He's got his 3 dogs. Just a regular dude that a lot of people could relate to. So he says in his song, he's like, they don't care about the miners, and he's referring to the Appalachian coal miners. Like, if you look at West Virginia, the Appalachians, that entire region has been decimated. So he's saying they don't care about the miners. The only miners they care about is what's been in the news, Jeff Epstein, right? So that's a little bit about the song. So that's why it struck a nerve. People know about Jeff Epstein. People know about the miners. People know about our children being like sucked into social media, not being cared for, that they really know that our children are not being looked after, whether they're trying to cram like some sort of education platform. You see a lot of people are pissed off about the education system and the fact that they're realizing that education is somebody's agenda, right? Maybe not educating, maybe it's brainwashing. And me and my wife have been talking about pulling our kids out of school next year and actually homeschooling them so that we can control what goes into their brain versus somebody else that might have a different agenda. So he struck a nerve there. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours on bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. So what's he saying? He's wasting his time. He's drinking too much, which I can identify with. As somebody who is an alcoholic and doesn't drink anymore, I haven't drank since 2007, I could tell you, I can identify with that. That's like a strong thing. And somebody who, you know, I worked at Red Robin. I remember, you know, like not making enough money and like really like just partying and, you know, not feeling happy, and alcohol's a depressant. So that hits you emotionally, that hits you right away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me and people like you. It's a damn shame where we're at in the world for people like me and people like you. Like, he's talking to you. Wish I could wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. So he's saying, like, I wish this was just a nightmare, but really where we're living at right now, it's going on, right? He's talking to you, and that's why I believe this song is so powerful, because it feels like he's talking to every dude, right? I would say this song probably appeals to more men than it does women. And if you're a woman or if you're a man listening to this, I'd love to hear you comment on that, what your beliefs are. Have you heard the song? Have you not heard the song? Do you like the song? Let us know in the comments. At that point in time, if you're not subscribed to this freaking channel, what are you waiting for? This is a business channel. And so Oliver Anthony's life's about ready to change because he's been working on these songs day in and day out, but he hit one, right? He hit one that really hit hard, and he used social media to go crazy, and he's already had an $8 million offer that he's turned down. So he goes into living in the new world with an old soul, saying that, like, man, he likes the way things used to be. Like, it's a new world, but I want the way things used to be. I want to live in the country, and I'm like that, dude, and maybe some of you guys are like that too. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows, all just want to have total control. And that goes into a lot of things that we talk about, like the Federal Reserve wanting to control your money, the big tech wanting to control everything about you, your banks, your credit, everything. Like, you feeling helpless, right? So that's where the song just really hits you emotionally. Want to know what you think, want to know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. So he's talking to to you again. It's such a powerful song. Basically what he's saying there is like, everybody's wise to it right now. Everybody knows that everybody's watching them. If you don't think that your phone's listening to you, if you don't think that Google is selling your information to the government, that TSA is got retina scans of you, we all know. Like, we all know, because the Congress and the politicians have sold us out to whoever. We all know. Everybody gets it. That's why everybody identifies with this song, because everybody feels like they're losing control of who they really are. And that's why the song's so powerful. Your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end because of the Richmond, north of Richmond. And that's what he's saying. He's saying like $6 gasoline, $5 gasoline, your money ain't crap. We're raising people who are entitled, that are trying to go towards that almost socialistic way of just take care of me, government, versus like, hey, I'd like to go earn a buck the honest way and be able to provide for my family, be able to provide for myself, and take care of people. So that really strikes a nerve for a lot of people. And he says, Lord, we got folks in the street, we got nothing to eat, the obese milking welfare. And if you don't believe that's true, it's freaking true. How many gas stations do you go in where it says, we accept EBT? If you don't know what EBT is, that's welfare. And then you see some lady or some man in front of you and they're buying a bunch of candy. We are literally one of the only countries where we poison our people. Our chicken is bleached. Vegetables are bleached. They do what is called GMO, genetically modified. In fact, Vladimir Putin, whether you like him or not, he forbids his people, and in most of the countries, the European Union, forbid their people to eat the crap that we're allowing these mega corporations to sell us. Sugar causes death, and we pump people full of sugar, and we pump people full of poison. And he's basically saying, you know what? I know what's going on, and we don't care about it, and all the people who are on welfare and they're eating all this stuff, and we have an obesity problem, we've got all these problems, and so that's hitting home. Like, if you're a fat person, that's hitting home, and if you're sick of seeing people on welfare, you know, eating a bunch of bonbons, then that's gonna strike a nerve. Young men putting themselves 6 feet in the ground because all this damn country does is keep knocking them down. So that's what he's saying. He's like saying that there's a suicide and depression problem, and that he suffers from it, right? He's saying that a lot of guys are just killing themselves, maybe guys going to war for a war that doesn't need to exist, right? Us fighting over Ukraine. That's basically the song. I would love to hear, like, what do you think? Why did this strike such a nerve? Do you like the song? Do you not like it? What's Oliver Anthony's future? Is this song gonna change his life? Is he a one-hit wonder? Are there gonna be more songs like him? Is he gonna align with somebody politically? Is this a song that struck a nerve for you? This has gotta be one of the first songs for me that, from somebody that I haven't heard of, like a non-mainstream song, where I was like, wow, this is a really good song. Let me do a freaking video on it, right? I was actually that moved where I was like, I wanna learn about this guy, because it's such a simple song that appeals to so many people. And the reason it went so viral is it's emotionally appealing, and it's somebody that's been there just like you and me, and is a real person. Now, if Taylor Swift sung this song, we might not say, well, you're full of crap, you're worth about $500 million, and we know you're full of it, Taylor. So, sorry, Taylor Swift. If you're a subscriber of our channel, I apologize. If you're not, make sure you share this video with Taylor, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.